Stocks or real estate? Which path will you choose? All you have is $8,000, and right now, that money is just sitting in your bank account, waiting for inflation to quietly chew away at the edges. You know you need to do something with it. Every article you've read, every video you've watched, has whispered the same thing. Doing nothing is also a decision. And right now, it may be the worst decision available. You are 24 years old. That $8,000 did not fall from the sky. It did not arrive overnight by luck. It is the real, physical number behind 14 months of decisions. 14 months of bringing that stale homemade lunch to the office. 14 months of staying home while your friends went on that summer trip. 14 months of telling yourself, not yet, when you wanted the new shoes, the new phone, the easier life. And now, you are here. Not to spend it, but to decide what kind of life that money should build. In front of you, there are two massive doors. Behind the first door, there is the stock market, the digital world your family once called gambling, until someone they knew got rich from it and suddenly started calling it investing. Behind the second door, there is real estate, a physical asset, something you can touch, drive to, park in front of, unlock with a key, and point to when someone asks where your money went. The door you choose will not only change your portfolio, it will change your habits, your psychology, your social circle, your calendar, your risk tolerance. And by the time you reach 35, it will change the person you see in the mirror. This is not a comparison of returns. This is a battle between two different lives. Be honest with the poll on the screen. If you had $8,000 at 24, which door would you choose first? Stocks, real estate, or would you keep the money in cash and wait a little longer? If you want more financial life simulations like this, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are turning on the time machine. Level 1 begins now. Level 1, planting the seed. Ages 24 to 25. Stock market Milo starts on a Tuesday. No ceremony, no dramatic music, no life-changing feeling. He is sitting on his couch, opening an investment account on his phone. It takes 11 minutes. He transfers $7,500 and keeps $500 on the side, just in case, because he has been broke before, and he remembers what it felt like. Then he buys an index fund that owns small pieces of the largest companies in the American economy. He presses confirm, and then nothing. He feels almost nothing, maybe a little relief, but that big emotional shift he expected never arrives. And that is his first lesson. In the stock market, the link between action and feedback is broken. You can make a massive financial decision, and nobody cares. The universe does not applaud. The market does not reward you immediately. It may even go down the same day you start. Now look at real estate Milo. He starts with the same $8,000, but he cannot begin yet. In the real estate world, $8,000 is not an investment. It is barely a hello. So Milo spends the next 11 months turning that money into a real down payment. He says no to invitations. He works extra on weekends. He becomes less fun at dinner. By age 25, he has $31,000. With an FHA loan, he starts looking at properties. He finds a $247,000 duplex in a neighborhood that is not attractive yet, but has strong bones. He checks the numbers. Then he checks them again. Income, payment, rent, repairs, risk. At 2 a.m., he runs the numbers one more time. He makes the offer. It gets accepted. Stock market Milo started more easily, but the market immediately tested his psychology. Real estate Milo started more slowly, but even starting tested his character. So 1 year later, which Milo has actually moved forward? Is one still staring at a screen? Is the other still just dreaming? The first real results arrive in Level 2. Level 2. First lessons and psychological damage. Ages 25 to 26. In the first 4 weeks after stock market Milo invests, the market drops 11%. He gets nervous. He starts questioning the decision. He watches $825 disappear, not dramatically, but slowly, day after day, like water evaporating. At first, he checks the account every morning, then twice a day. Then he makes the mistake every new investor makes. He starts reading articles. He watches videos. Everyone sounds like a professional. One person says the market is going much lower. Another says this is the perfect buying opportunity. Both sound confident. Both sound right. Milo stops listening. He closes the tabs. He does not sell. That decision, that refusal to react, becomes the most valuable thing he does all year. By month 14, he is up $1,200. The stock market gives him something powerful: permission to be imperfect. If his car breaks down and he cannot invest that month, he is not in trouble. The machine does not shame him. It just compounds whatever he gives it. Now look at real estate Milo. He is officially a homeowner, but he has only about $1,100 left in his checking account. And in the very first month, his tenant is 3 weeks late on rent. Welcome to the real world. Real estate teaches him something the stock investor may never understand: how to survive inside discomfort. In August, the air conditioning breaks. The repair costs $2,800. Milo does not have that money. He puts it on a credit card. On a Friday night, he gets a call about a leak. He drives over and fixes it himself. He learns the difference between the cost of a plumber and the cost of a YouTube video through experience, not theory. Level 2 Summary. Stock market Milo learns patience inside silence. Real estate Milo learns operations inside chaos. In stocks, the numbers fall. In real estate, the walls crack. So by age 28, which one grows faster? The quiet stock portfolio or the property machine growing with the bank's money? In Level 3, leverage enters the story. Level 3, proof and building. Ages 27 to 28. Stock market Milo is now 27. He has $31,000 in his account. He did not physically feel this money accumulating, and that is both the gift and the danger of this path: invisibility. Some random Wednesdays, he adds $47. Some months, he cannot add anything. The machine accepts every dollar, and it keeps working when he is not paying attention. But this is also why people fail on this path. They do not fail because the market failed them. They fail because life gets loud, urgent excuses appear, and they pull the money out. Milo does not pull it out. Now real estate Milo is 28. He refinances his first property and pulls out $18,000 in equity. He uses that money as the down payment for a second home. Now he controls a $445,000 property portfolio. His total debt is about $361,000, but his paper equity has jumped to roughly $84,000. And after all expenses, he has about $590 a month in net cash flow. That number will not retire him, but it is proof. Milo now understands that money is not only earned with time, it can also be earned through systems. Stock market Milo is automating discipline. Real estate Milo is activating leverage. Stocks promise flexibility. Real estate promises a financial machine. Level 4. Acceleration and the operator mindset. Ages 29 to 30. At 28, stock market Milo gets his first major raise. He now earns $14,000 more per year. He follows the advice he has read: increase your investing before your lifestyle catches up. So he does not upgrade his life first. He upgrades the machine. Now, $700 a month goes automatically into his investment account. By age 30, the account shows $67,000. He did not sweat harder for this. He did not become a slave to hustle culture. He simply made boring, consistent decisions for 6 years, and time handled the rest. Now look at real estate Milo at 30. His weekends are not completely his. He manages better now. He is more efficient. But he is never fully off. A lease renewal is coming. A roof needs attention. Taxes are due. Something is always waiting somewhere. Milo is tied to geography. Moving to another city is no longer a simple decision. It is a major project. But he has something the stock investor does not have: tax advantages. Through depreciation, he can shield part of his rental income from taxes. And because he is using the bank's money through leverage, his wealth can grow much faster than his salary. Stock market Milo grows while protecting his freedom. Real estate Milo grows while increasing his control. The stock portfolio is a background process. Real estate has become a side business. Level 5. The gap and the real costs. Ages 31 to 33. At 32, stock market Milo sees a major crash. In 1 month, $40,000 disappears from his account. On paper. That number feels like a verdict, not just on his portfolio, but on his intelligence, his patience, and his decisions. Most people quit here. They say, "This time is different." They pull the money out. Milo does not. He knows the biggest secret to winning in stocks is not making the smartest analysis. It is having the most durable psychology. The automatic investing continues. For 14 months, he watches the numbers fall and does not move. That is the skill. Now look at real estate Milo. He learns that paper cash flow is not always real cash flow. In theory, he should be making $590 a month, but one major plumbing problem in one property wipes out the entire year's profit. In real estate, annual averages can look beautiful, but life is lived month by month. Milo learns the hard way that cash reserves are not just a safety net, they are operating capital. Every new tenant is a new responsibility. Every new property is a new item on his calendar. Stock market Milo fights boredom and uncertainty. Real estate Milo fights unexpected operational weight. Stocks test patience. Real estate tests endurance. Level 6, the final, 2 lives. At 35. Now we reach the end of this road. The clock shows age 35. It is time to harvest the decisions made 11 years ago with that first $8,000. Stock market Milo has roughly $180,000 in his account. All of it is liquid. If he needs to, he can access it in a few days. Over the past 11 years, he has moved cities twice for career opportunities. No asset trapped him in one zip code. His weekends belonged to him. He focused on his career, hobbies, relationships, and skills. He was the passenger in a very well-run vehicle. His reward for patience is peace and flexibility. Now look at real estate Milo. He has 3 properties, nearly $350,000 in combined equity, and about $1,400 a month in net cash flow. Financially, he is far ahead of the stock investor, but he is also a business owner. He has become fluent in debt, equity, taxes, tenants, maintenance, and human management. He is the operator of a heavy machine he built himself. His reward for taking more risk is higher wealth and monthly cash flow. Both Milos may reach the same net worth by age 40. One through stocks, averaging around 10%. The other through leveraged real estate, potentially earning closer to 15%. But the real difference is not the money. The real difference is the life built around that money. The stock market asks for patience and consistency. In return, it gives you time and flexibility. Real estate asks for action and the ability to manage complexity. In return, it gives you control and speed. You are still 24. Or maybe you are 31, maybe 40, and your version of that $8,000 is still sitting there. The bad news is this: both doors punish the undisciplined and the indecisive. The good news is this: both doors reward the person who enters and chooses to stay. The amount of money is just the scoreboard. What matters is the life you choose to live inside, and the kind of discomfort you are willing to carry. I am Milo. Whichever door you open, do not look back once you step inside, because time only works for those who move. See you at the next level.